With the release of the first episode from the second season of Helluva Boss, it ended up being revealed to us an insane amount of information regarding the relationship between Fizzaroli and Blitzø, where we finally had a confirmation that they really have known each other since they were kids, and had worked in the same circus, either as inseparable friends or even possibly maybe brothers, until something tragic happened that would make each of them hate the other immensely. I'm here today to explain to you guys about the story and the relationship between Fizz and Blitz, going through their childhood and their youth, where they were big friends up until the present when they hate each other so much, also trying to figure out if they were brothers or just best friends, and what caused such hatred. So leave a like in the video and subscribe already, that I'll keep being husband and Helluva videos to all of you guys. In this new Helluva Boss episode, we finally had a confirmation that Blitz and Fizz had met each other when they were kids, and had worked in the same circus during this period, like the photos that we were able to see on episode 7 indicated, which brings up an even bigger question in our heads about how this tender friendship became such a profound hatred. Together with the fact that we yet don't have a specific confirmation regarding whether they are friends or brothers or even lovers, but we do know that they kept their inseparable friendship throughout their youth because of this photo of Blitz together with Fizz, where it is theorized that this photo holds a dark secret, since it is already revealed that in a scene that will appear in one of the episodes from Season 2 is probably where Fizzaroli's hatred for Blitz will be born, with him possibly having every single one of his limbs amputated. But before getting into theories of how that ended up happening, I would like to explain to you guys a little bit about each of the periods that we've seen Fizz and Blitz together throughout their life. Starting with their childhood, in which both worked at Blitzø's circus, the father of Blitzø. Where in said circus, both worked as some type of clown that also did athletic tricks, if those were needed for the attraction, being that evidenced during this scene in the episode, where Blitzø fails a bunch of times while trying to make a horse with a balloon, showing he never was that good at this job. While on the other hand, Fizzaroli with Fizz not only steals Blitzø's show, but also makes a perfect balloon horse in a second, doing all of this while being extremely charismatic and captivating the public with his skills, showing that even since back then, Fizzaroli already was miles ahead of Blitzø when it comes to almost anything. And Blitzø, like everyone else, clearly knew that, considering Fizz an incomparable talent while not even caring a little bit about Blitzø, and even daring to sell his own son for 5 souls and a slim fit condom.
Oh, he's my son, so how much you got in your pocket?
Wadded up 5 and a slim fit condom.
Yeah, that's plenty. Done.
But even with all their differences, the two imps got along very well, as we can see when the episode shows both of them playing with their balloon horses, where in this scene we are taught that Blitz loves pirates but Fizz hates them, followed by a very interesting revelation, because when Blitz had a fixation for blood and was fascinated by it, Fizzaroli was shown being completely disgusted by it, and even getting grossed out about the thought. Being very likely that this information, together with the fact that Blitzø was non-stop saying that his horse's legs were amputated, an insane foreshadowing of what's to come, being basically confirmed with this that Fizz would have his limbs amputated in some brutal and very bloody way in the future, and the cause of all of this could very well be Blitz, and what would make Fizz hate him a lot. This tragic event possibly would have happened during the Season 2 episode, where we will see Fizzaroli and Blitzø in the past going together to a Mamon's show, that also had already revealed scenes in the trailer Helluva 2022, being this also the event where this other photo that we've seen in the episode 7 of Fizzaroli with Blitzø would have also come from. Where from that point onward, we would have 2 major possibilities, being one of them way darker than the other, in which the first possibility would be that because of some type of accident during the show that in some way would be correlated to Blitz, Fizzaroli ended up having most of his limbs brutally removed, and his life was ruined because of that, making him hate Blitzø. And the second much worse possibility of what could have occurred is that during some kind of momentary hatred or envy crisis, like if Fizzaroli had been called onto the stage of the show for example, Blitzø would have done something unthinkable, that now he regrets a lot, causing Fizzaroli's limbs to be tore off, having the imp done such a calamity to his own best friend or maybe even brother or lover. And it would be at this point in the timeline that we would see Asmodeus swoop in to reconstruct Fizzaroli's body using mechanical parts to erase his past as an imp, and now he would look way more like a jester demon with all these new abilities and augmentations. And also with this new look, he would be way more respected and welcomed as a host for all the demons of hell, being way less mistreated than an inferior imp. Having Fizzaroli at this moment became insanely famous, getting his career to such a high that he would never have expected or imagined, where basically all of hell knew who he was, and Mammon together with Asmodeus had created robotic clones of himself called Fizzes, which were pleasing demons all over hell in any kind of way. Meanwhile, after the tragic event, Blitzø would feel a giant amount of remorse and regret for what he had done to his best friend that he liked so much, having repeated him possibly this vicious cycle of Blitzø only being able to hurt everyone around him, which in the end always left him completely alone, having lost everything he had. Since, as he was revealed in episode 7, while observing the photos that Blitzø keeps around his house, that we can spot that he scribbles his face on all the photos he appears, revealed that it's very likely that Blitzø deeply hates himself for all the horrible things he had done to beings that loved him so much, like the ginormous manipulation that he had done to Stolas, and even more importantly, the brutal amount of pain he had inflicted to his so loved friend or lover. Having Fizzaroli from this point onward started hating Blitzø completely, having the same trait each one of the Fizzes built to mimic his actions and feelings, showing to us that Fizz had such hatred for Blitzø that each one of the Fizzes were imbued with such wrath, so that they would humiliate and attack Blitzø whenever possible. Becoming this even more clearer when during episode 7 we are able to witness how Fizzaroli treated Blitzø now, calling him a total disgrace and humiliating him in front of everyone without hesitating for a second, being this scene even more powerful when we consider that Fizz was treating like that the one imp he one day considered his best friend, boyfriend or lover. Living Fizzaroli during his adulthood together with the Prince of Lust, Asmodeus, being one of the owners and host of Ozzy's Club, while Blitzø works in the IMP, going to the living world to kill humans for vengeful sinners in a pride ring, revealed how different the future of the two of them had turned out to be. But this tragic tale does not necessarily need to end this way, since we not only have this already talked about episode where we will see Blitzø in Mammon's show, but we also have this other episode to come, where the demons of hell are gonna find out about the relationship between Asmodeus and Fizzaroli, and would start to call the Prince of Lust a hypocrite because of that situation. And with all of that being so impactful for Fizzaroli's career, that could force him in this episode to need in some kind of way Blitz's help, where his old friend could give him a hand together with Asmodeus and his employees and maybe even Stolas, bringing both Asmodeus and Fizz to our protagonist's side and reuniting these two so long separated by such a tragic event, best friends, lovers or brothers. Thank you guys so much for having watched my video. I hope you all enjoyed my explanation regarding the story and the relationship between Fizz and Blitzø, if they were brothers or just friends, and what caused the friendship to become something much worse. So leave a like in the video, subscribe and hit the bell, that we have so much more incredible Has Been Helluva's videos planned to come up. So peace!